I'm your host artist, Carol McQuaid. Our guest artist today is one of the foremost abstract figurative painters of our time, Frank Arnold. Big, gorgeous oils, cast bronze. New York Times includes his gallery as one of the must-see sites in Los Cabos. Ex-race car driver, driving force behind the success of San Jose's art district, now one of the most thriving in all of Mexico, Frank's enthusiasm for life is completely contagious. The bar in this episode is the Frank Arnold Gallery. It is stunning, and on Thursday nights when the tequila is flowing, it's exactly where you want to be. Now let's head to the Frank Arnold Gallery and listen in as Frank and I talk about building this artist's paradise and how to get past your surface brain and paint from your soul. Okay, so I have been looking so forward to coming and doing this. We are sitting here in the beautiful gallery of Frank Arnold in San Jose del Cabo. And the first time I walked in here, Frank, I walked in, you were sitting on the sofa at the back. I was blown away by what I saw. Came in and the energy in this place was like off the dial. It was just beautiful and buzzing. And you looked up and you gave me a big smile and you went, "You're an artist." How did you know that? Your glasses, like it was the most obvious thing in the world. So
I think that it's kind of fun for me because, you know, an art walk night, we might get 400 people in the course of an evening, and they happen basically every week here in Cabo. And a lot of artists come to other artists' openings and stuff, and it's sort of like they're wearing some kind of sign on them saying, "I'm an artist." You can see them almost always, and it tickles me, and I love talking to them because they always have their own story and their own passion for what they're doing. So it's really beautiful.
And your work, when you first walk in this door, you must hear incredible responses.
I get a lot of compliments, sometimes too much. So you have to watch out that your ego's not your amigo. And some people are really into the artwork. And when they're really into it, you can honestly tell about it. And it's humbling.
And the building yourself, the way you welcome people, the artwork, it's a beautifully cohesive, vibrant, amazing thing. And you've built this building, you've created this environment. How did this come to be?
I think it's one of the biggest honors I got. The New York Times said that the gallery here was one of the top 10 things to do in Cabo. So it was kind of a cool thing for me, as like a badge of honor. You have a few moments in your life where you feel like you've actually done something kind of cool. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to have a simple life. And what's great about it is I have my wife, Carmen. I always like to say she's made my simple life seem elegant. It's a pretty modest place, but on the other hand, it looked kind of large. And so you kind of walk through this big area, but you don't realize it's a gallery, it's a studio, it's a working space, a house, a guest loft. And it's quite big, but the area for me to live in is, you know, kind of like a small apartment, actually, but with 30-foot high walls all around the compound. You can really feel isolated when you need to do that, because in my artwork, you really kind of have to, you know, leave your surface mind and go to your deeper mind. And it's really nice to be able to do that in the middle of a kind of a vibrant town. It's kind of like Santa Fe, New Mexico for Mexico. It's now, I think, the largest art district in all of Mexico. So it's a big deal.
And Thursday nights here are incredible. I love bringing people down here and having them see what this town becomes. It is a thing of beauty. And I have to say, the gallery is absolutely the cornerstone of it. But it wasn't like that when you first started.
No, you know, I was young and I didn't really realize how difficult life can be or to do something. I just kind of came here with a passion to be able to do artwork in a small place that you still had a community in a town. And I always was in love with Mexico since I was a little kid. And so I kind of just had blind faith. Our sister city is Laguna Beach, and it's kind of similar, you know. It's kind of like Laguna Beach and Santa Fe, New Mexico kind of shoved together. We just have an ocean, and Santa Fe doesn't have one, so poor them, because it would be nicer if they did. Yeah.
And therefore we are here.
Yes. That's beautiful.